Travis Hunter gets brutally injured in a game, then goes bowling with the same player who hospitalized him? Today we're going to discuss why he would do that. My name is Bryce Wilson, and I'm a mental performance coach who coaches athletes how to develop a winner's mindset. Does Travis have a winner's mindset? Let's find out.
Obviously, I see your Instagram posts after the game, you quoting some scripture. How do you involve faith in your life?
I feel like if that didn't happen, we wouldn't be here right now. So it's a blessing that happened.
Immediately after the injury happened, Travis posted a pic on Instagram quoting scripture. He credits his faith as a big part of him getting through this tough time and remaining optimistic. Faith is the belief that whatever happens is for the greater good. So even if he, as one of the best players in college football, gets injured at the beginning of a breakout season, he has faith that is for a reason. He may not know what the reason is right now, but this understanding that everything will work out gives him peace of mind.
We can show people the other side of football. Football is just a game at the end of the day.
This is huge for an athlete to understand, especially for an athlete at his stage in his career. Most athletes get consumed with their sport and think it's the most important thing in the world. And it'd be easy for him to do so as well, especially for a player at his caliber and with so much attention on him. But because he understands that it's just a game, this allows him to not get so angry that he can't play a couple games due to his injury, and to not base his whole identity onto being a football player. Football might be his career, but you're more than your career or job.
In football, at the end of the day, you're expecting something to bad happen on the football field. You're going out there to run into each other 1,000 times a day or a game. Something bad is going to happen. That's how I look at it. When it happened, I'm like, it's not his fault. It's football.
This is also a very valuable way to think, and one of the major reasons that he was able to forgive the guy who injured him. He almost takes responsibility for the injury happening. Although it was out of his control and he didn't necessarily cause it, he knows he signed up to play the sport of football, a dangerous game where injuries happen. And he can even look at it from his opponent's point of view and see that his opponent probably just wanted to make a strong tackle. The injury was an accident. It can happen. They're rivals, there are emotions involved, and it was a physical game. But by him coming on this video, obviously he didn't want to injure Travis. He just hit him hard, and it happened to be in a bad spot. And Travis is wise to understand that.
It takes a lot for me to get mad, though. Nobody can really get me mad. I'm just a happy, goofy guy all the time. Stop being negative. We don't like negativity, we scrape positive.
Although this is a personality trait, there's massive benefit to being positive, happy, and optimistic. Because when you're happy, are you stressed? Are you worried? No, you're relaxed. And when you're relaxed, you play better. And you're also able to better handle tough situations like these because you take it on the chin and move on.
How do you play both ways in college football? That is crazy to me.
It's just simple for me. I mean, I did it all my life. When I was little, I played football with my cousins all day.
If you don't know, Travis Hunter plays offense and defense, which is basically unheard of at the elite level of college football and the NFL. But he says no one's making him do it. He's not doing it because he has to. He's doing it because he loves it. But that's a great message that people might try to put you in a box because that's what they think is possible. But if you have a passion and desire to do something more, something that other people might think is impossible, go for it.
So what would you be doing if you wasn't football? Or when it's all said and done?
I'm going straight to being fisherman.
It's important to have a hobby, or at least something you do to get away from your sport. If you just did your sport 24/7, pretty soon you'd go crazy. You need to have something outside of your sport that you enjoy doing and that can take your mind off it. This also gives him the perspective that whatever happens on the field isn't such a big deal. If he has a bad game, he can just go fishing, and it's like it never happened. A lot of times when all you do is play your sport, if you have a bad game, week, or season, it can feel like the end of the world. But Travis has the antidote. Just go fishing.
If we was all nice to each other, the world would be 10 times better, bro. And that's why I don't get mad. So it's like, there's no reason to get mad. You're gonna be mad for a moment and then it's over with.
Again, this may be a personality trait, but there's so much value in this. If you can't be happy all the time, at least have self-control and control your emotions, especially anger. You literally gain nothing from anger. Travis could have been angry at him, but for what? What would he gain from that? He would just be spending all his energy being mad for no reason. Instead, he decided to be nice and gained a new friend. He's living with no stress about the situation. And if you think that anger is great fuel, for example, if he used the anger of this injury to get payback on the player or come back with a vengeance, I'm telling you, the fuel that comes from love is 10 times stronger. By acting with love, now he'll return with the excitement to play with his team again, entertain the fans, and get back to doing what he loves.
I believe everything happened for a reason, though, at the same time. All that happened for a reason. We wouldn't be here if that didn't happen, so.
I love this mantra. I use the same one. It just fills you with peace at all times, and with that approach, nothing can get you down. If you don't have one, I recommend getting a mantra so that whenever you go through difficult situations like this one, you just repeat your mantra and it'll give you peace and the hope necessary to move forward. So what do you think about him befriending his enemy? Do you agree with it? Could he have done it? Let me know in the comments.